Hi guys, mkoaje? Aki manzi nimewamiss. How are you? Welcome to yet another episode of the Graceful Bloom by Sarah Njoroge, a safe sacred space for everyone who want to grow and everyone who want to become the best version of themselves. Na kama kawa, we have yet another episode and today Siuko peke yangu on set. I have a guest and I will let him introduce himself. But before then, grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee and some biscuits because the topic of today is amazing and I know it's going to be awesome. Karibuni sana.
Thank you, Sarah, for having me here today.
Welcome.
My name is Mark Ndisho. I'm a Kenyan and I'm glad to be here today. Looking forward for an informative engagement and fun in this conversation.
Hi, welcome so much and thank you so much for agreeing to be on our set today. And today on the set, we are going to discuss a topic on dating, the modern woman, the career woman. And I felt that I must invite a gentleman to get your perspective or your side of the story. So, I would love to ask you, Kwanza, before anything else, are you single or are you dating or are you married?
Okay, that's a good question.
A very good question.
And my answer is, I don't know. I would say I'm not married once. I've never been married. However, I look forward to getting married.
You look forward?
One day.
Okay.
Currently, I'm also not. I'm in a kind of a situationship.
You're in a situationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think according to me, a situationship is where you're in between starting to date and you're there.
You're there, you're dating, you're starting.
You're there.
You want to get married.
I think the beginning stages of dating.
You're at the beginning.
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to get to know each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in short, no one can, hakuna mse anaweza simama huko nje kuclaim as my boyfriend or as my husband or as, I don't know, because hiyo definition sijasikia mahali uko.
But I don't think someone would stand out there and say that they are married to me or they are dating me officially unless they've been sent by my enemies.
Unless your enemies have sent them?
Yeah.
Where? Okay. So, Ndisho.
Yes.
In the modern society,
yes.
We have women who have been educated. Women are elevating every day. Sahi wanawake si kama wanawake wa kitambo.
Yeah.
And there have been a lot of changes zenye zimekuja along with the growth of the woman. Yeah. So, according to you, like nikakuuliza, would you rather date upward or downward in terms of finances? Like, would you rather date a woman who is maybe earning more than you or someone who is earning maybe kidogo below you?
Okay. One, I would say the term modern woman, or rather a career woman, is a term that one day will be extinct. That will no longer define a woman whether she is a career woman or not.
Or not. Why do you feel so?
Because when you look at the start of that term, when people started using that term, I think it's in the early 40s, 1940s. And it was used because men ideally were the only people who used to work.
Yeah.
And actually, to be specific, in 1940s, when people went to the Second World War, in the modern society, because we know we follow other societies that have grown before us.
Yes.
Like the people who were there, who colonized us, the advanced economies. Women were not working either. men were there. It was only men who used to work. But when
Yes.
men went to war in 1940s, women got involved in work. And they started working.
They started working because the men were not there to do the work.
Men were not there, they were fighting, they were in the war. And later on in the 1960s, after the war, those women who had gotten so much involved in work, they didn't go back home. They continued working. And actually they were being called working women.
Yes.
And in 1960s, that term became so common, working women, and they were termed as working women who are actually working before they go to marriage.
Okay.
So it was a phase.
It was a phase.
But in the modern society, when you understand the history I've told you, it has been, nowadays women are working.
They are working.
It is not a miracle. Actually, majority of the people who work in modern society, most of the industries are women. And it's normal nowadays. So that's why I say the career woman is going to disappear.
The term
career woman. You asked whether I would want to date upward or downward.
Yeah.
And I think in this world, the reason people date, or rather, according to me, the reason people date and the reason people marry is to build a foundation and a team. A team. When you build a team, I don't know whether you're a fan of soccer or football.
I try.
You try.
Yeah,
Me, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Me, I'm a Manchester United fan.
What I mean by that, when a team is put together, people play soccer. Everyone has their own speciality. We have defenders, we have midfielders, we have goalkeeper, we have a striker. But the objective is one. To win a match.
Yeah, winning the match.
So when I think when people get married or date, the idea is to build a team.
Yeah.
And achieve goals. And acquire whatever they want to acquire.
Okay.
So when I'm starting to engage a person I want to date or to marry, I first of all need to understand, are they willing to share their visions and dreams and goals, like I'm willing to, and maybe harmonize them and work together. Doesn't matter who is making more money, who is making little money.
Okay.
So, however, based on how we've been raised, because we've been raised in a traditional society, it sounds awkward, and it also feels awkward. Maybe, for example, when a woman is having or earning more than me. But it's a stereotype that the modern man also is trying to adjust. Because when you're addressing a modern woman, you also need to understand we have a modern man who is also enjoined in the tradition that we've been raised into, particularly the African tradition. So I have no problem with that.
But you've still not answered my question. You've still not answered the question. I know you. Very nice. You're doing a great job explaining everything, and I understand where you're coming from. But you're saying maybe it does not matter who is earning more or who is earning less. But still, unaniambia ni kitu mnajaribu kukam into terms with.
Yeah, it is not common.
It is not common.
And,
it is not what people are used to.
Yeah, and we learn based on how our parents maybe they raised us, or even the environment around us.
Yes.
So it's not common and it feels awkward. But I believe it is something worth trying if that person actually believes in me and believes in the dreams and aspirations that we put together. If she's comfortable with that, and also if she's not going to take advantage of the situation. Yes.
So I think what you're trying to say, you're saying that you would date or marry someone who earns more than you if they don't take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
How do you think a woman who is earning more would take advantage of the situation?
Based on what I've heard and what I've observed, I don't know. Some ladies sometimes when they have enough and they have more than maybe the men, they kind of try to micromanage their husband. Or to even control. I didn't want to use that term, but it's actually the true term, that they want to control. They want to control you because they want to know where you are. They want to know. They want you to even partake on the chores of the house.
I have a question for you.
It is not
Like your woman wanting to know where you are, might she not be concerned about your security?
Yeah, the concern is part of it, but sometimes they want to know where you are so that they can actually know also where they want to go.
Oh, so they just don't want to know where you are. They also want to know where to go.
To avoid you.
To avoid you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hatutaki kukutana naye huko.
So I've never really
so where are you?
looked at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, and about the chores, why don't you want to help with the chores?
It depends with what kind of chores, because sometimes I think I can support voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
But I don't need to be commanded or being told that, you know
Okay.
what, I want you to boil the cereals, I want you to wash the house. I can do that voluntarily.
Okay, so the issue is not doing the chores, is how wanakuja aje.
The approach.
The approach.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm assuming maybe you'll get married one day and maybe you'll have a kid. Najua vitu zitakuwa mingi. Like, I know if you're a kind person deep down, you would not mind helping. You're not just a traditional man seated here and saying, sioshi vyombo, nisiwahi ambiwa nioshe vyombo, nisiwahi ambiwa yani nifanye vitu za kitchen.
Yeah, that's why I said it should come voluntarily, because I told you, if you're dealing with a modern woman, you also need to look at whether the man is modern.
Okay,
Even when you, as a lady, you're engaging.
Oh, so you must.
You're engaging a man and you expect to have a modern marriage. You have to ask yourself, am I engaging a modern man?
A modern man.
Yeah.
Are you a modern man?
Well,
let the audience know, since when you may explain your situation is like it's not okay. Sijajua uko wapi.
I think men in when you're saying modern man, man is so much deeply engraved in the manhood traditions. In as much we are trying to navigate and to come into terms that the society is changing, women have been trained. The current ladies we have been trained to handle issues in a different way. Because as the way our father were raised, apart maybe from few things they've improved, maybe through provisions, the attitude towards raising boys is the same.
It's the same.
So expecting me to become a modern person or a modern man overnight, it is going to be difficult. So it's something that I'm coming into terms with.
Okay.
Yes.
It is something you're coming into terms with.
Or acclimating into it.
Yeah.
You're trying to level up.
Okay. Kulingana na venye umenijibu, nime feel like finances is an issue to you when it comes to marriage.
No, you've not asked me about finances.
I have asked. Would you rather date up in terms of finances or down? Umeniexplainia, bado hujanijibu. Like, is it an issue? Like, do finances really not matter? Does it mean you can date someone who is below you financially or up above you financially, or like bado niko hapo?
I said that when
the goal is to win.
That when we come together so that we can win together.
Yes. And
it doesn't mean that even in teams when a match is being played in a soccer match, if someone is pulling down the team, they're always subbed. So because I don't want to be subbed in this team, and I am also very aggressive to achieve this thing, and maybe I have, of course I want to retain my status as a man, I have to work very hard. And even if things are not working right, at least I'm putting some effort.
Yes.
Because today I might not be having the income that I was having yesterday. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to be subbed. If I'm putting the effort and I'm keeping my eyes on the goal, I think I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also depends with how the lady sees it.
Excuse me guys, hii wenye mko nyuma. Do you feel like the question is answered? Is the question answered?
Okay, I think what he's trying to say is as long as there's combined effort,
And it does not matter who is.
it does not matter.
Yeah, because I also feel like that is what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Does not matter who is earning
Does,
what.
exactly.
Okay.
As long as you're there to win together, build together, that is all that matters.
Okay.
Because there is one that is pulling one down and the other one is moving up high.
Okay.
You need to be at par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know that the audience have the answer. Mark, would you secretly, would you want to marry a woman who struggles a little so that you can feel needed in the relationship?
Honestly, I wouldn't do that because
You wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want that kind of a situation. Because the kind of need that I would want a woman to have towards me should not be materially influenced. I would want something natural coming from within.
Okay.
Because that means if I entertain the idea that she needs me because of my money, money and status, they don't last forever.
True.
Yeah. So if I don't think I would want that.
You wouldn't want it.
No.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I would want a woman who is challenging me.
Who is challenging you?
Yeah.
Okay, kuna hii story.
But not challenging me. I want someone who is eager to achieve goals
With you.
with me, and also even in her personal goals, to a point that I feel challenged, that I want to work hard as
You
well.
want to work hard from a positive angle.
Right.
Si ndio?
Yes.
Okay, kuna history ya there are men who say they want to date someone who is maybe a go-getter woman or someone who is too ambitious because they feel that such kind of a person would not be submissive. What would you consider to be, okay, according to you, who is a submissive woman?
Well, like I said, that we've been brought up in, we all develop based on how our environment is and the traditions that we've been brought up to. And ideally, for all the times that myself have been on this earth and I've known myself, I've always known men as the head of families.
Yes.
And even according to the Bible, a man is the head of the family, supposed to show direction, supposed to show to provide and to protect.
Yeah.
And then the Bible says, because submission comes from the Bible, that I don't know the actual words, but it asks the women to be submissive to their husbands.
Okay.
But you have to be very careful not to confuse, or rather not to differentiate between submission and oppression.
Yeah.
Because submission is where you also, actually submission should come from the inside of a woman.
It comes natural.
That this is my man, this is my provider. I feel he's supposed to guide. He's supposed to be on top of things. Whether you're making more or not, he's a man.
The man is the man.
He's there to make tough decisions.
Make huko nje you're more, and then ukifika kwa nyumba you just...
He's your husband.
He's your husband.
Yes.
I agree.
Doesn't matter you're a CEO of a big company.
Yeah.
And
You
you
have
go
to
home.
go home and submit.
Yes.
But do you know that for a woman to submit, a man must make the woman submit naturally?
There are some alpha women, alpha females.
Alpha females.
I don't know whether it's an actual statement. Who will never submit because of the environment. Maybe they've been raised They are used to even to fight men.
Fighting.
Yeah, there are women who fight men. They have been raised in maybe very tough environments. They don't have any iota of respect to men, and they don't care. And they still want to get married.
They still want to get married.
Yes. And you might suddenly come across one, and then I don't know. But it happens.
It has happened to you before?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they just can't.
They
So
can't-
wako na
they can't
trauma,
submit.
hawawezi submit.
Maybe some childhood traumas. Others are under influence of substances. Yeah.
We?
I know one. Yeah.
We?
I knew one actually.
You knew one?
Yeah, I knew one, that kind of a couple.
A couple?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mark, would you rather be admired, needed, or challenged in a relationship, and why? Would you rather be needed, challenged, or challenged in a relationship, and why?
I think I would want all of those aspects. I would like to be admired.
You want to be admired, you want to be
I
challenged,
want to be challenged.
and you want to be
positively.
needed positively.
And also needed, but
Okay.
not the kind of need that I told you about.
Yeah.
All those three aspects are good, and they keep you moving.
They keep you moving.
And they motivate you. There are aspects of motivations, motivation, personal motivation, and I would think unless you have something that you're hiding, or you're afraid, you shouldn't maybe feel challenged by your woman, or rather, the challenge should be taken positively. You should not be afraid of the challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys secretly compete with your women? Do you just date them, or do you secretly compete with them? Let's assume you're dating a woman maybe who wants more.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel intimidated by the woman? Do you secretly like compete? How do you feel about it? Suppose you were to date such kind of a person.
I want to go back again to say that based on how traditionally we've grown or we've been brought up, most of the time, or sometimes when women got empowered and got maybe more resources than their husbands, it has been seen, and I'm sure also you've seen it before. Women try to dominate their husbands and try to control them. It has happened. And that kind of those kind of experiences, they create maybe some fear in men who are also observing, and of course they will be like, no, you see, a man is a very calculative person.
Yeah.
He always say, no, I don't want to be like that kind of a relationship. I don't want to be like so and so's marriage, because hey, huyo mzee anaoshanga nguo, so I don't na nikufosiwa. So a man will be like, no, I don't want to go there. So what men do, they will strive very much. In as much it is okay for you to earn money more than money, than me, men will secretly work very hard and do anything and go beyond.
So you can
Leaps and
compete,
bounds.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, but we will not declare that we are in a competition. If you buy
Definitely,
something, I think, say we are staying together, we are married, and then you buy a new Mercedes, I'll be like,
Where?
ni sawa,
Pressure.
ni sawa, let me work hard enough. So also that one creates strain and stress in a relationship, because if I take it negatively, it's going to break us. And you know, when I buy a vehicle, say for example, I buy another house or I buy a vehicle and we are married, you'll be very proud to say our vehicle.
Yes, because what is yours is also mine,
And
darling.
our house.
Yes.
But when you buy,
When I buy,
I would not be very proud to go
You will
outside
not
there,
be
gari yetu.
why is that? But you said we are a team. It does not really matter who is buying what.
Yeah, we are a team, but unless you go on pronouncing huko useme gari ya ni mimi nilinunua hii gari, if you keep it to ourselves, that's okay.
That's okay.
But you know, women somehow they always feel the urge to announce things.
Not really, do they?
Not all of them. Hii gari hata ukiona ni mimi nilinunua.
Guy.
So that one is very discouraging to any man, you know, because I would rather even not have it. Because it will be like you're trying to ridicule me.
Okay.
Or you're trying to show that how much I don't have any, I don't put any effort. I'm just there.
Do you ever feel like you guys, you are escalating things? Like your perspective. Would you feel like maybe it is only in your head? Maybe your woman is not even thinking about it. Maybe they just bought the Mercedes and they are fine in the house and they don't go announcing. But deep down you're over-calculating and overthinking things.
It's not over-calculating. It's not
but you
overthinking.
say you are calculating.
It's not overthinking. The truth of the matter is, I will not feel 100% comfortable. You know, especially if I have not contributed anything towards it. You know, so that's why I say it. Sometimes, especially if you go ahead and do that kind of a thing without even telling a man, they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Oh yeah, communication is key.
Communication also is very key, but it is not ideally very comfortable for a man to feel like being provided for, because naturally men
you're a provider, man.
Providers, yeah. However, like I'm telling you, we are trying to adjust into the modern society that a woman can earn more than you. You know, so getting to accept that as the truth, or not rather the truth as a reality. It is going to take time, but we eventually will. Because when I look at even people who are younger than me, I don't want to say how old I am, but even people who are younger than me. You don't want to
say how old you are.
When I look at people who are younger than me, maybe people who've been raised in a more modern family, their way of looking at things is very different. Unlike here, unlike the old one, the traditional one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their way of thinking is different. Yeah. I have heard you mention a lot of tradition. Do you know there are men who are not raised traditional?
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Like Gen Z sahi, kuna mtu hajui hizo traditions. Like you're trying to explain, hazijui.
You know, when you say tradition, it doesn't mean that it's the old thing. Even them, they have their own tradition. Yes, tradition is what happened yesterday. A practice that was done yesterday. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. So even for them, they have a young tradition or a tradition that is recent. And theirs is a bit different because, let's say, for example, the parents who are raising Gen Zs are people who are born maybe between 70s and 90s. And the way they were raised is not the way they are raising their children. So they are transiting. They are changing the tradition of back then to a new one. But the traditions are practices that happen over time.
Over time.
Yes. They are traditions. They are practices that keep on happening, you know. Yeah, like there's a tradition of this podcast.
Yes.
This is what you normally do.
This is what
like
we
the way
normally
you don't
do.
have tea. So that's a tradition.
I will start serving tea. I feel attacked.
So I will change that tradition.
But not everyone takes tea.
Yeah,
you
coffee.
Guys need to come up, muungane, mseme ni nini mnaweza take so that I can.
Depends with the guest.
I feel it. Oh, it depends with the guest.
Then you take coffee and
tea. Nitafanya hivyo kama Ubina niliona ameweka hapa. Ni fridge ya stuff. You choose what you want.
And you just want coffee and tea.
Coffee and tea.
Or water.
I look into that. I will look into that.
So that's a tradition. And at least you are changing that kind of tradition.
I will change the tradition.
Yeah.
So, ume-explain hizo vitu zote. Like, would you still feel like the man if your woman paid your bills next month? Amke, alipe rent, alipe vitu, like, afanye shopping. Would you still feel like the man of the house?
Well, I wouldn't feel okay. For us to for the running of the family. First of all, I'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
If actually she's not been doing that before, I'll be surprised. And I would wonder what is happening all of a sudden. But I will try to understand where she's coming from.
Like, what would be in your mind, like if your woman just woke up and did that?
Maybe she went to a seminar and they were told that they need to support family.
They went to a seminar. They were told they should.
They were told, you see now, sometimes surprise your man with paying bills. I'll be okay.
Danson, what would you think if your woman just woke up and paid your bills next month?
Honestly,
all of them.
Even me, I could be very surprised. It's not normal.
It's not normal?
It's not normal. There must be something. Maybe it's a good thing
or a bad thing.
A very bad thing.
Exactly.
He's starting to show you signs that I can live alone even.
No. As
men, we can overthink. Unless you tell us. Like,
it's a signal.
Yeah.
It's a red flag. If your woman is paying all the bills, it's a red flag. It can
depend. She has to communicate.
Aseme kwanza, kwambie babe, next month, staki ujali, I want to do the bills. And, akisema kwanza iko sawa.
Because I'll ask you, what happened? Why didn't you pay last month? Are you having some intentions? Are you trying to show a signal?
What are you trying to show us? No, see.
I'll be okay, thank you, but why? Why now? What have changed?
You guys wacheni kunimaliza.
But it's true.
Safaya ni ume na huku jua kucheka.
But it's true.
Ati why now?
What has changed?
What has changed?
Yeah.
So tusilipe tu. Ama to communicate before we do.
Yeah, communicate. I say, you see now, I was thinking, can I do this?
Yeah.
But surprises
sometimes,
especially because that is not what we are used to. Maybe
it is not the norm.
That is not what we are used to. I'm the one who pay bills and stuff. So when you do it suddenly without even informing,
it becomes an issue.
Hey. I'm not saying it's a problem, but at least do it in a plan.
In the modern society, do you think that women have unrealistic expectations of men?
In isolated cases, yeah, some women will be expecting you to, they will be unrealistic in the expectations. You would be expecting me to take you to the moon. And,
to the moon?
And probably what I can be able is to take you for a lunch date or a dinner. And,
but I want the moon.
And, the biggest challenge, the biggest challenge we have with our women, our ladies, is that they compare a lot.
They compare and contrast.
They compare a lot with their peers. And maybe even their peers are also faking it.
By the way, it might be that they're faking.
So you put so much pressure on your person.
On your person.
You know, so and so they're in Maldives for a holiday.
Una sisi hakuna mahali tunaendanga.
Sisi tunaendanga sijui hapa tu. So that comparison, and you know, the goals that they have and ours are different.
Not the same, they're different.
You know, there's a couple, there are people who come together and say our goals is to travel.
Yeah.
To travel to every part of the world.
But what if it is not every part of the world, it is just once in a while?
No, I'm okay with that. At least whatever as a modern man I can provide, I will provide. And I will do that. But that issue of comparing yourself with the other, actually men rarely compare themselves with the other men. What they do, they challenge each other. Yeah, men challenge each other.
They don't compare themselves?
Because when I see maybe Danson has a new vehicle, what I will do, I will
feel challenged.
I'll feel challenged and probably try to work hard and acquire mine. Yeah. And actually I'll be very happy for him. Yeah, like,
so wanaume hawananga jealousy and whatever.
What for?
Uko sure?
I don't think it's a common trait.
Guy, Danson, wanaume hawananga jealousy?
100%.
Hawana?
hata tutafurahia kaa ni gari
ukiona Mark na Prado na tuseme ni age mate wako to assume umuone na Prado na we hauta feel kikitu na uko ndani.
Kwa nini si nimejua arifu wangu amesaidika. So hata mimi nimetoka block hivyo tu.
I'll be happy. Nitajua at least kesho hata nikopa. So I'll be like okay, we are doing well.
We are doing good.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow, that is nice.
For me, actually, that's how I look at it. And most of the friends I have who are men.
But mimi na feel kama mnanidanganya. Are you sure they are Mark venye uko? Are you sure hakuna mwanaume anakuangalianga na ana feel jealous of you ama ana feel kinyongo ndani yake?
I told you maybe very isolated cases, but most men,
they are happy for the other men.
They are happy for the other men.
Uongo, me I feel like some men are rooting for the downfall of other men. Hapo na feel kama umenidanganya kidogo. Ama Joy, what do you feel, mama?
I don't think it can be 100% certain that unaweza kosa that feeling ya someone is doing unaona like hivyo of the same age group and maybe someone is doing a little bit better than you. I believe somehow inside, not atile a jealousy, but kuna kale ka feeling like I think I need to wake up.
Yeah, that is positive.
Yes,
that is positive competition.
It doesn't have to be the negative part of it. Anapata aje gari mbele yangu. Yeah, it can be the positive part. I feel umesonga but nataka kukufikia, sitaki kubaki nyuma.
That's nice. Where I envy men. And do women muruma monga? Like, wanaume huwa mnasengenyana by the way?
Like to discuss other men?
Yes, like already like kama msengenye like unajua mama husengenyana. Like unaona ile kusengenyana ya wasichana like watasengenyana wasengenyane. Do men do that? Do men sengenya their fellow men?
I would like to say even in women, well, I don't know much about that, but for us men, there are also different levels of men you're going to come across.
Yes.
Maybe based on what they have, maybe the education, maybe resources, maybe where they've been brought up, okay? Because they are men, maybe because of the environment they've grown up, they've acquired those traits of
kusengenyana.
But someone who is really focused and actually who is feeling like they are late to achieve their goals, they will not have time for that.
Hawatakuwa na hiyo time ya kusengenyana.
Yes. So I think also it based on how ambitious a man is or how focused a man is. Because I don't know the last time I sat down and maybe discussed another man. Maybe unless we are discussing issues like politics, that's when we discuss other people. But like to discuss at so and so, they did that and they did that. No. In fact, what happens when our friends in my circle of friends, when someone is having problems, we always discuss and say, so and so is having problems, and can we help him? Are they self-inflicted problems? Is it, how can we assist? And we'll call him and actually tell him on his face, you're not doing well.
You're not doing well.
Unaharibu. Yeah. Being straightforward. Yeah.
Okay, to assume you have a girlfriend or maybe you're dating a financially independent woman who does not ask you for anything. Are you attracted to such kind of a person, or would that make you feel like you're replaceable?
What if I was dating someone and then maybe they get a serious contract and they start earning more than me?
Yeah.
If I didn't admire them when they didn't have money and now they have more money, do you suggest that I should break up with them or should I walk away?
I'm not suggesting you should. I'm asking, what would you do? Like, how does it make you feel? To assume hata tulianza scratch. All of a sudden, maybe nianze kupata deals. Moto. Like, would it make you feel intimidated, or would you be proud to have a winning woman, or would it make you feel replaceable? to some level? Like, does it give you some kind of security that you can be replaced?
You know, they say that a true character of a human being is realized when they have money and power.
Yes.
So suddenly you have gained money and power. I don't know how you are going to behave. And different people behave differently when they are exposed to power and money.
Power and money, true. Kuna wenye hawawezi change no matter how much money they earn.
Yes.
And no matter how much powerful they get.
So how I will react will depend on how you are going to treat me.
To behave.
How you're going to treat me when you gain more.
Okay.
So if you treat me...
So it's all dependent on me. If I treat you any different...
If you become disrespectful, what do you expect me to do?
Okay.
If you maintain your character, I'll be very happy.
You'll be a happy person.
Yes.
By the way, ni ukweli. I think the way the woman behaves also has a lot of, like, speaks a lot of volume.
Yeah.
But what about the man? Pia wanaume, like, na mbona wanaume, like, kuna wenye karakta zao hubadilika akishaanza kupata tu pesa.
You know, I read somewhere, the quote was saying that when a woman gets money,
the children.
No, when a woman gets money, he sees no need of a man.
Are you sure?
And when a man gets money, he sees a need of many women.
Many women.
So I also don't know how true that is.
What is happening?
I don't know how true.
By the way, but no. But
So,
let me tell you one secret. You see, no matter how much money women earn, unaona hata wanawake waamke huku nje waanze kusema we don't need men. They need a man. Me, I'm speaking on their behalf. They need a man. Like, because
most of the time
our nature tuliumbwa, like, we want, tunataka kubembelezwa, tunataka kupelekwa out. Like, ukiona mwanamke anasimama anasema I don't need a man, I think they have been through a lot of trauma, ika-escalate ikafika hapo. Because I think the way women, okay, unless a woman is trying to fight nature, every woman needs a man. I'm just letting the men know. Ndivyo wako ka insecurity ka ati women don't need men.
The problem will be, the problem can be, you will need a man, but is that man me? The one we've been with you when you didn't have money.
Oh, you can have maybe upgraded your taste.
I'll be replaced. I'll be replaced like a bulb.
You feel like you'll be replaced?
Yeah. The way she will replace the household, like I want new seats here. I want new, you know. I'll have to be very careful because I might also be replaced. It is the reality. It is happening.
No, me, I feel like you guys are escalating.
Do you feel that when men get money, some of the men that we have, when they get money, they tend to get more women?
Okay, most of them, but you said money reveals your character.
True.
So unaweza kosa kuwa na wanawake wengi kwa sababu maybe ni finances haukuwa nazo. Upate do, uamue sasa wanawake watanitambua, you start dating left, right and center. But I also think there are men who have good character, who no amount of money will change their character, or nothing will change. Like, money will not change how they treat their women, money will not change how they behave. So I think we should not put all the men in one box, just that we should not put all the women in the same box.
But you say that in most cases that is what is happening. The reality is that women might replace their men, and some maybe men will get more women. So that goes back to where we started and what I said earlier, that why did we even get married?
Yes. Okay.
So we married so that we can achieve some goals, and we actually outlined them. So it doesn't matter who goes ahead of the other in terms of winning, or rather getting what we are striving to get. When I get it, it's ours.
So you're okay with getting a woman who is educated, who is earning more money, and you won't be bothered by it, because at the end of the day, the goal ni what are we achieving as a team?
Right.
Okay.
But also, the way you treat me is very
But
very
also,
paramount.
Uamke useme but also.
So let me tell you something. You do read the Bible.
Yes.
There was a man. His name was Job.
Yeah.
And Job had acquired quite a lot, and he was a blessed man.
Yes.
According to the Bible.
Yes.
And one day he lost everything.
Yeah, he woke up, he was sick.
Yeah,
His children died.
His children died. He lost
Cattle.
everything. And you see now, once again, it is the devil who was tempting his righteousness. The devil made sure the wife is fair. And the wife was actually telling Job, you just curse God and die. Instead of suffering. To me, I see like the wife of Job was there because of what Job was providing.
Yes, because of what he could offer and because he was healthy at that particular time.
So that is, and also he was left with some friends also. Those friends, they contribute so much on what you do. And some of the friends were telling him also, you curse God and die. There's only one genuine friend who told him, no, the God who gave you whatever you lost can also give you again.
Yes.
So most of the time, if you look at that kind of a story, women and friends, or not women and friends, maybe your wife and friends, they'll be there because
of what you can offer,
and what you're providing at that moment. When it's gone, their real character,
your value, their real character shows up.
And it also happens even in the opposite. Yeah.
But should we put all people in the same box to say ati?
No, we are not stereotyping anyone. We're just saying in most cases.
In most cases. There is someone who told me, I feel like all genders are insecure because there is a lady who said yesterday that no matter what you become, don't become a broke woman, because the society is so cruel to a broke woman. So I feel like women, they have felt so insecure with the men they have currently, and it is because the relationships are not working. Because you see, there is the way the man thinks and there is the way the woman thinks. So unapata kukam into to live with each other inakuwa very difficult. When you get, so I feel like the insecurities ziko both sides, on the women's side and on the men's side.
Yeah, I agree because even society, also men, also it's also very cruel. The world is very cruel towards broke men.
I agree.
And let me tell you, being a man and you broke, and say for example you have a family, it is very devastating, and it will crush you. And actually, most of the men that you see around,
I feel like the men, they crush themselves more than even how the society crushes them. Mark, kama leo tuseme God forbid ukue broke, you would judge yourself. The way you would treat yourself is not the way you treat yourself currently. True or false? You sit down, you overthink, you like, I feel like most men, what they do, they have negative self-talk, if I am not wrong, when they are broke. Sometimes it is not even us, the women, who are telling you that you are only valued for what you have. Ni nyinyi mnaiweka hivyo. Like mna feel like I'm worthy only when I am providing.
Somehow it is actually like true, because you'd feel very weak when you know that you can't even provide for yourself.
Yeah.
Or even provide for another stomach.
Not only you, but even a woman would feel the same way.
Yes, and then also the society, mostly the society judges someone's success on that. And they look at you at now, huyu hata kuoga hawezi, hata hawezi jinunulia chakula. So that kind of it really hurts.
I know it hurts. I think men really wanapenda winning. You men love winning. Like, so, if a man does not have a win for a very long time, it affects you in a way.
Yeah, your moral, you
maybe your girlfriend even loves you. Maybe your mother loves you so much even when you don't have that money. But deep down,
your morale is crushed.
Yes.
You feel useless. You feel like you are not worthy. I know it's a bad feeling, and also it's kind of self-inflicting. You're trying, like, hurting yourself, but It is a reality. When a man is
It is not a reality.
Actually,
Sometimes
actually
it
the
is in
Bible
your
says,
head.
I don't know whether it's the Bible says that when a man is broke, he's not even loved by the mother.
Yeah.
Yes. I am not sure whether it's the Bible, but I read somewhere.
Even the mother.
Yes.
No. Do you feel that, Joy? You're a mother.
I have to confirm.
Joy, you're a mother. Would you not love your son if he had no money? Ama,
I would.
you would love him, right?
Yes.
Me, I would love my son. Right now, that boy is just in the house, just eating.
At least he's young. How old is
Na
he?
kuangalia chondo yangu ni nini nimemletea. He lives rent free. He's just like, how can I not love my son? I think the one who said that want to spread toxicity in the society. Cause I think the only person who would genuinely love you is your mother.
You've never heard of families where one child is treated
Differently
from the rest?
I have heard it. By the
Because of what
way,
they have,
African mothers, kuna wenye wanaangusha. Wana treat wenye wamejiweza vizuri kuliko wengine.
Let me tell you.
And by the way, there are toxic mothers out here.
When you get married, be very careful, because some families, okay, I don't know whether you're married, I'm just saying, for ladies, when you get married, be very careful, because some mother-in-laws will treat you differently because of what your husband owns. And you go visiting there and you'll be told to maybe funny chores, and the rest are being told to do nice chores.
Nice chores.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Watumwa kuni.
Guy, mimi akisidi tumekuni.
You're told to chop firewood.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
And the wife of the one who has money.
The wife of the one who has money.
is just sitting there.
Wewira wake ni gukira
Anaweza
tukafishi na
Anaweza kachumbari.
But if your man does not have money, uendo kachune kuni.
Na ufungulie watoto soda.
Kai, oh God.
It is happening.
It is happening.
Yes. And your opinions are not even.
They don't have weight.
They are not regarded in any way. They are just okay. Ugo sama nini? Sawa.
When nilikuwa nasema that you guys inflict the pain to yourselves in terms of if you are not earning properly more than even the society does. I think men need to change their perspective on their value, because Mark, I don't believe a man is only valuable because of the money they can give you.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
feel that a man should be valued for different reasons.
Right.
Like, you can give me value, you can maybe help me in my career, you give me ideas, you help me push my goals, you see. Because history are men only valuing women only valuing men because of what they can offer, ndio inafanya hata wanawake wamistreetiwe, because a man knows you're only here because of my money, not anything else, so I will treat you like whatever, or I will never have time for you because what are you lacking? Hakuna kitu nakosa. But the other, like emotionally, they are not available for the women, because there are transactional relationships nowadays. Na feel kama relationships zimekuwa transactional.
That is true.
Before you get a true person mwenye maybe, acha nikuulize, saa yuko mahali huko, si ndio? Ulikuwa na date them maybe before ufike mahali huko. Like, would you still be dating that woman if maybe you didn't have any differences?
For me, I've always been I don't want to brag myself, but I've always aimed higher.
You've always aimed higher.
And I discovered a long time ago that I would always want to have a lady who is actually challenging me.
Okay.
Someone who is really giving me a positive challenge.
Yeah, nakwambia right. Mark, next month lazima.
Yeah. Because I also
lazima,
know, you discover yourself, you realize that you never want to be dragged behind.
Yeah.
Because you want to achieve this, you want to achieve that. So you'd want someone you are moving in the same speed.
Yeah.
So even the people I had tried to date, even 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, I've always looked at them as people who we can move far together.
Unaangalianga huyu tunaenda mbali ama hatuendi mahali, so you check.
Yeah, and that's why I've not dated so many people, because I assess and I will tell
Huyu hakuna mahali tunaenda.
So I make sure I call it off. I might look like I'm a bit not very clear when you are trying to know each other. But
you're not clear. I even asked you, Mark, are you dating? Umenipeleka hivi.
One thing.
Ile jibu umenipea.
They say you'd rather marry late than marry wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. You rush into, and actually people kill.
But people pretend. How will you know?
That's
Mark?
why I'm telling you. You take your time, because I get so much pressure. You know.
You get pressure.
You're not married. You know. And when I marry wrong, I will
Bado
not come to tell people that, you know what.
Bado sisi ndo tutakupea pressure.
So it is not like I'm perfect in choosing. I might even take time and also choose wrong.
Yeah.
So, but at least I tried.
At least you tried to take time.
To assess.
At least you took all the time.
Exactly. Even
okay, by the way, do you feel pressure? Una feeling your pressure ya kuoa?
It is there. The society is looking at you as like, you Mark,
you are not married.
You look at your peers, and I'm like, okay. And I always tell people, you know, marrying is like crossing the road. Because you only cross the road when the road is clear, not because other people have crossed.
I agree, guy. But how we feeling? How feeling your pressure?
You feel it, but you manage it.
You tell it, calm down,
people
pressure.
Will be every day. I can tell you, every day. I always get it. Every day.
Na si wewe tu, like imagine you will get married, upate first born, uulizwe kwa nini uleti second born.
Exactly.
Upate second born, uambiwe, leteni that born. Funny thing, the society pressures you to make certain choices, but they are not there when you're dealing with the repercussions.
Exactly.
But Mark, hata wewe mimi nimekuwa society.
You know,
I will pressure you. You need to.
Jacob married Rachel after how many years?
14 years.
Yes, after 14 years.
Guy, Mark, if you wait for 14 years,
I'm not saying that.
You need to marry right now. Yeah. Saa zenye we are still young, tunaweza come to dance kwa harusi yako jameni. Vitenge.
I attended a wedding on Saturday, and old women were dancing.
No, me, I don't want to dance when I'm old. Joy, do you want to dance when you're old?
Okay, so it's about you. It's not about me.
Yeah, that's about me. I'm being selfish. But anyway, take your time.
You look at things and analyze how you take your time, because you don't want to go get it wrong. And even if you get it wrong, there's always ways to correct it.
By the way, and you'll never be ready. Kuna vitu you will never be ready.
That I agree.
Like huwezi simama hivi useme now I am ready. You'll never be ready. Vitu zingine you just say whatever kile kitafanyika kifanyike.
You'll never be ready. Always you just there are maybe some fundamentals that you look and say, when I do this and this, now
I really do this.
But for me, the problem is not what I have or what
what you intend to do.
It's the person that I'm going to be with. Yes. Friends.
Okay, so I have a question. We are talking about the modern woman and what have you, and how dating the modern woman is tricky. So I have another question. Why do men marry up there and cheat down here?
Okay.
A man can marry the daughter of the king and cheat with, like, nitasema nani sasa, now that I've said the daughter of you guys.
You don't say. Don't say.
Yeah, let me not say, but I know you understand my question. Yeah. Why would a man marry up here and cheat up down here?
You know, a man, just like a woman, would always want to feel appreciated. And when you marry a person who doesn't appreciate you, it doesn't matter who she is.
It doesn't matter whether they are the
she's
kings.
Rich, she's the president's daughter. If you feel unappreciated and disrespected, you look for a place and a safe space where you're going to feel appreciated.
But why would you not feel appreciated by the same kind. Tuseme you're married to tuseme hata mtoto wa Uhuru. Mbona usicheat na mtoto wa Ruto? Mbona usicheat na mwenye at least wako at par in terms of classes?
First of all, I'm not saying I cheat. I don't even cheat. I don't know about cheating.
Okay, I'm just giving an example.
I'm explaining.
You're explaining.
You know, there'll be some complexity that you've been used to dealing with a very sophisticated person. Huyo mwenye ako hapa. And now you just want simplicity. You don't want to go to another sophisticated human being and deal with the same problems. So,
but I feel now that you're talking about it, I feel like when a woman is financially able and independent, a man will always find a reason to say this woman is disrespecting me.
That's why I say it. Character. You know, character is going to influence. It will depend with how you treat me. If I feel I'm not treated well,
you will cheat with
I
the
will
one
not
down
cheat.
here.
I will not cheat. I will look for a place where I feel safe.
What is
maybe
it?
Even
Is
walk
cheating.
away, maybe even travel. No, I don't mean necessarily cheating. I'll just maybe keep myself space away from you.
But me, that was not my question. My question was, why do men date up here and cheat down here?
Honestly, that I don't know much.
You don't know?
Because I have not been cheating.
Mark, you've not been cheating?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still want an answer. Because I feel like men will cheat with someone down here, but date someone up here. They want to marry someone up here for association. You get? But they also want to cheat with someone down here so that that person maybe can massage their ego, or that they can feel or feel important.
That is an idea that you have. It can be true. That's a theory that can be true.
Danson, talk.
I think umesema vizuri. Umejijibu hiyo swali.
Nimejijibu.
Umejijibu.
So it is true.
It is a
You guys will marry up here and cheat
I
down
feel
here.
it's that way.
it is a
So
theory.
what do you want from us? Because I feel you be a go-getter, you be so hardworking, you start achieving, your man will either compete with you or feel like you are not respectful, or you're not naitwa kufanya nini.
I've had also so many cases where women who are married by high-ranking status men,
Yes.
they cheat with their soldiers.
Me, I will give you the answer.
their
They cheat with their
bodyguards.
soldiers because maybe they are not getting the attention,
Uh-huh.
or they feel that their men only see them as property.
Don't you feel it's also a reverse thing?
Like,
Women will see
Those men as-
high-ranking women will see their husbands as,
property.
yes. You have to look at it in both perspectives. Yeah, and now that you've mentioned attention, it is a very maybe
Kuisha mimi.
it's the Bible. We use the Bible as a moral compass.
Yes.
And when I
And
read
you
that,
read the Bible too much. I think
it's a good thing.
a lot. Yeah.
It's a
You
good
read
thing.
the Bible.
There's this man I've quoted him before, Jacob. When Jacob was moving from one town to another town, the wife was very, very pregnant, and she wanted to make sure that she takes the wife to the midwife, because the wife was in labor, and he was also riding on the chariot. And one preacher explained and said it was very difficult for Jacob to ride the horse towards the safe space for the wife to get to give birth, and also provide attention to the woman behind there who is in labor.
Yes.
So it was a matter of providing safety and also providing attention. It's a very tricky balance that men are required to do.
There's a very thin line between the two.
Yes, because you need me to give you attention. At the same time, you want me to be out there working and trying to provide for our family. So,
But what of a balance? You
That's
know,
what I'm saying.
attention. I
That-
don't mean like every day you're just giving me attention. Now you are not working.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a tricky balance that men most men find it difficult, but
To
we
balance.
still try.
You try.
We still try.
I think you guys can
We
you
wake
try
up
for
every
the
morning
people
to
you
try
love.
and to keep on trying.
So do you consider yourself an emotionally available man to your woman, whoever maybe you're in a situationship with?
Yes.
Do you consider yourself emotionally available?
I consider that myself, but I don't know what she would say about it. And I always keep asking her. In same am I there yet?
Am I there?
Do you feel it?
Uh-huh.
But
Do you
of course
feel
I'll
my
be-
presence?
But I always try my best.
You know you are a politician, like uko kwa politics sana. Naonanga wanaume wa politics. Okay. Like you're either on your phone. Mark, before nikupate ukuze tufanye podcast. Nitukanso mara kama 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're always on your phone talking business, and it's a good thing because you're working. In the house, do you pause and maybe put your phone away so that you can maybe have your time with your partner?
It is like I've said, attention and provision. Those are issues
There's
that
a thin
we
line
struggle
between
with,
the two.
We struggle with. However, a person who is intentional will always strive.
Find a way.
We always strive. And also, maybe I would want you as a partner, you know your other partner. You know, maybe the kind of job that you would do. Maybe there was a trip. There was a trip around the moon 2 weeks ago. And those astronauts were there for several days. So if they don't communicate back to their loved ones, at least you should not complain. You know that
because
the man
you
was
know.
away.
But normally, lazima akue, he normally communicate and he's always available. This one time, ndio hayuko available.
Communication is very important because you have to balance, because after all you have to go home to that person, whether you are the president or whoever you are. You have to go back there. Sometimes we men get married so much to their projects and their work and stuff, and but I think it's the
we
zeal.
forget the priority.
It is the
no,
zeal.
be zealous everywhere.
It is the zeal. It is
You
the
cannot
zeal.
just be zealous
Yeah.
in terms of work and not be zealous in terms of
You know-
building your home.
You know, Apostle Paul said, if you want to become a serious Christian and to spread the gospel, be single like me. If
Be
you can,
single.
be
That
single
is
like
that is
me.
why you're spreading
No,
the
that
gospel.
is what Paul said, and he told them. But if you can't, marry one woman and be available to her.
So you are for one woman.
Yes.
Okay. So you're
Despite
not a
the project and
traditional.
everything, with it. But I believe in this. If a marriage is not working, if a relationship is not working, just the way if the vehicle is not working, you call for a mechanic. And if it troubles you kabisa,
Unaachana naye.
because it's not a matter of life and death.
But it's not a matter of life and
That's
death
why we're having people committing suicide, people killing each other, because you're forcing things that are not
to
going
happen.
to work.
Do you think we need to decenter relationships, like or marriages?
That is a very controversial thing, but how I look at it, we need to reduce the expectations that the society have placed upon us. A new idea is okay, but it's very, you know, what you're saying, it is something that has not been happening. So when you introduce such kind of a thing, you're going to get some backlash from people and society. You say, hey, ni uzungu hii. But it works for them.
It works for them. Your story, they marry for 5 years, na contract.
If it is working, they go on.
If it is working, it is working.
Yes. And then also, we need to also make, but let me not talk about that one because I'm not married.
No, you can talk. This is a very safe
issue,
space to talk about.
The issue of divorce, I don't know much about it, but I find it like divorces have been made very, very, very complicated. And that's why people avoid divorces and will go for other methods of separation.
Why?
I think the laws that governs that
The
works around
divorce.
that area.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
In terms, okay.
When people separate, you know, that's why I said I don't want to delve so much into that because, but I've seen it is very difficult.
It is difficult.
However, I advocate for marriage to last.
Yeah, I think the only way the marriage is lasting is the foundation and why you people got in there in the first place.
Yes.
Don't get in there.
Ukapata bond, ukaenda hapo ukajipata you are in a marriage. That maybe was not a good way to start.
Yeah, it was not a good foundation that you just got pregnant and you.
And there are still people who do that and their marriages have.
And they now wanaka.
Zina thrive. That's all in all I've said. I would wish marriages to last. They look good, they're admirable.
They look good. They just look good.
From a distance, they look good, they're admirable. And I wish they would last long.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mark, for coming to the set today.
Yeah.
We've had such a great conversation. I'm so grateful. Ebu ambia watu wa subscribe. Ambia mbugi yako I subscribe.
Yeah, to all the viewers of today's podcast and future viewers, kindly subscribe to this space. It is a safe space where you can give views and opinions, and it's always good to engage, especially to discuss things that are affecting our day-to-day lives. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
Looking forward for more.
We will do it. I think you have represented the men very well. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned up to this juncture. Remember that if you want beautiful photos, Jet Studio is the place to be. If you want your makeup done, your lashes done, if you want microblading on your brows, Jet Lashes is the best place to be. We give you the best of the best of the best. Remember, if you want these accessories, if you want the earrings, the statement rings, you can see me. You're so much welcome to make your orders. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe. Nawapenda sana. Bye.